With Veterans Day this Thursday, we have a special guest joining us now. CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Norah O'Donnell is in Washington, D.C. You see her anchoring the news every night, but you may not have known that she's an Army brat growing up in a military family. And this Sunday, her story will be featured on the cover of Parade magazine. Norah is joining us now. Norah, I'm just guessing Veterans Day has an incredible personal meaning for you.
It does have incredible personal meaning for me. As you mentioned, I grew up in a military family. I refer to myself as an Army brat. My sister currently serves in the U.S. Army and is a surgeon at Walter Reed, so she's been deployed. And so being from a military family, I understand a lot of the challenges that military families face, but I also understand how great the military community is. And so, you know, that's always given me a great understanding about our U.S. military. And, you know, there are 19 million veterans in America, yet there's only just one Veterans Day. So we decided for the CBS Evening News, we need to spend an entire week highlighting and honoring our heroes and the incredible work that they do every single day. So last night we had a great story about the Old Glory, about taking the American flag across America. We've got a story about an app that helps you know, veterans who are dealing with PTSD and depression, including it was started by a wife of a Navy SEAL who actually died by suicide. So we want to do these stories to just tell people that there are so many other veterans out there like them. There is help out there, and we want to honor their service and sacrifice.
Well, thank you so much for doing this series of stories. San Diego is a military town. And Norah, you just touched on this a moment ago. CBS News often covers stories about mental health. What is your takeaway when it comes to making sure that our service members and veterans get the help that they need?
This has been a difficult past couple years. It's been a difficult past 20 years because so many members of the military post 9/11 have been deployed multiple times. And I think finally now there's a greater awareness in the military about providing more mental health services. That's why we're doing this story about this particular app that's out there. You know, just in the past couple months, the VA has announced a new hotline that you can call in anonymously if you're having feelings about depression. So I think there's a greater awareness now that there's help out there for our veterans. And it's a story we've covered many times on the CBS Evening News, and we will continue to do.
And thank you again for doing that. Norah, how did growing up in a military family lead you to the news desk?
You know, I don't think I would have been a journalist had I not grown up in a military family. The news mattered. I mean, what happened here in Washington affected my family's life. You know, my dad, we served in Germany. We served in South Korea. My dad was deployed to the first Gulf War. You know, the war in Afghanistan affects, my sister was deployed there. So the news was always important in my family. And so we always had the newspapers. We always watched the evening news. And so I think the news was just revered. Journalists were revered in my household because it affected our families' lives.
Finally, as we approach Thanksgiving, Norah, what are you most thankful for?
I'm really happy that my parents are still healthy and the rest of my family has been healthy, because we certainly have many friends who had a really tough past 2 years. So finally this year, though, my whole family is getting back together. We're hosting 30 people at my house, so I'll let you know how that goes. Everyone's vaccinated.
CBS Evening News anchor, managing editor Norah O'Donnell. We will continue to look for your stories honoring our heroes and also your personal story this weekend on the cover of Parade. Norah, thanks.